The Education Minister has survived a vote of no confidence by MLAs because it didn't have cross-community backing. Paul Givan has come in for criticism from some over his recent trip to Israel, funded by the Israeli government. The motion at Stormont today was brought by the People Before Profit Party and had backing from Sinn Féin, Alliance and the SDLP, who all called for Mr Givan to resign. But unionist parties branded the vote a hypocritical stunt. Here's our political correspondent, Jane McCormack.
These protesters didn't need a crystal ball to know how their campaign would end, a point put to the politician leading the push against the Education Minister.
In any other island, any other jurisdiction, the Minister would go, he would be toast, but obviously due to the nature of the cross-community vote in Stormont, he'll be protected today.
The motion MLAs were being asked to back said,
further to his recent visit to Israel, the Minister of Education no longer enjoys the confidence of the Assembly.
And in expectation of what was to come in the second episode of this drama came an appeal for
good temper, moderation, courtesy and respect. Robust arguments can be made on the issues in a respectful way without being disorderly.
Judge for yourself if MLAs heard said plea.
Had he not been so offensive and so arrogant, this might have blown over. The Minister has levelled the charge of anti-Semitism against me, in particular, and other members of this chamber who have asked questions.
Comrade Carroll. Oh no, the conductor-in-chief. He has the SDLP, the Alliance and Sinn Féin all doing the cha-cha slide to a leftist agenda.
Others accused Paul Givan of sliding to his own agenda.
The arrogance you've shown in your defence of your actions since your return confirms your premeditation. Not 1 ounce of humility, compassion or regret for the people of Gaza or the anger that you have provoked.
Today your party will protect you from your deserved fate, even though the majority in this chamber have lost confidence in you. You will no doubt feel vindicated. You're already crowing with a panto-villain smile.
Minister.
Villain or not of this latest Stormont show, Paul Givan relished his moment to reply.
This debate has exposed the ugly face of pan-nationalism and its fellow travellers. When the votes are cast, I'm confident that the attempt to drive me from office will have failed.
And spoiler alert, it would fail, but not without an unexpected plotline from the public gallery. Those shouts resulting in the removal of this pro-Palestinian protester from the building.
I'd say anyone who just hates to see what Israel is doing at the minute is on the side of the children in Palestine. It's not a green and orange issue, it's a humanitarian issue.
He's not going to go anywhere though. Do you think he should resign?
Of course he should resign, but he has no shame, he doesn't care.
Paul Givan's job was never at risk, but in a place where political stability matters, days like today put relations at risk. Jane McCormack, BBC Newsline, Stormont.
And our political editor, Enda McClafferty, joins us now live from Stormont. We saw, I think, what would be fairly described as spiky exchanges earlier, Enda. How do things stand this evening, in your view?
Well, I think it's safe to say, Declan, that relationships have been badly bruised after today, but not broken. And that is, of course, what really matters. I think where else but Stormont could you get one government party accusing another government party of being a genocide denier, safe in the knowledge it wasn't going to trigger a crisis and it wasn't going to bring the house down. I think what we got today was another opportunity for the political parties here at Stormont to put their pro-Palestinian and pro-Israeli sentiments on public show once more. And I think it's also fair to say, Declan, that what this has done perhaps is chip away more at the public confidence in our local politicians at being able to deliver, because in truth what they will be judged on is not what they say in the chamber in the heat of a battle, but what they do or don't do when they sit around the executive table by way of actions.
Yeah, also today where you are, the DUP under fire over its decision not to attend the inauguration of the Irish President, Catherine Connolly, tomorrow.
That's right. The Deputy First Minister, Emma Little-Pengelly, was invited to go along with First Minister Michelle O'Neill to the inauguration in Dublin Castle tomorrow, but she issued a statement over the weekend saying that it clashed, of course, with Remembrance Day tomorrow, where she's due to attend a number of events both here at Stormont and also at Windsor Castle. But that didn't stop the DUP's political opponents asking questions as to why nobody else from the party was going along to Dublin Castle tomorrow, mindful of the fact that Peter Robinson attended the presidential inauguration in 2011 also on Remembrance Day. Well, the DUP leader Gavin Robinson today hit back at some of his critics.
It's not a snub. I was personally invited by the Taoiseach of Ireland. I received the invitation on Thursday last week. I personally responded to him on Friday to indicate that whilst I recognise the significance of this event for his nation, I trust that he in turn recognises the significance of the 11th hour, of the 11th day, of the 11th month. And that's just how it is, and I think he has accepted that.
Now, we also learned today that Emma Little-Pengelly has tried to contact Catherine Connolly by phone just to pass on her congratulations. Now, the DUP will not be there tomorrow, but Unionists will be represented, and that's because Steve Aiken from the Ulster Unionist Party will be there, deputising for his party leader, Mike Nesbitt.
Enda, thanks very much.